Johnson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the clip. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Right to the air is Jackson. And they're going to get two more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly, 8-zip. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Howell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Jackson. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. Hall on a give up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Throwing is Jackson. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, how to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Howell.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
It's Howell with another throw. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Howell will throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Kyle Hamilton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Howell. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your pass.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Straight ahead is Hall. And running with power here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Can't love everything about that run except for maybe a couple of things. You got to wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Howell. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Faking the handoff. Howell sliding out of the pocket. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Howell down to throw it. That's to the tight end, Wiley. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. That's out wide for Palmer. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One last shot before the break. Howell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Running left, it's Hall. Fighting through. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Lamar changing the look. On 1st down, right back to Hall. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Hall again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Jackson, the man in motion left. Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. That is caught. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, and one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2, and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Aaron Donald showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Now Manning.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Rolling to his left. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is in to make it 16-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Pressure comes and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Giants do snap it. It's Manning. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Donald Parham.
14 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Here's a give to Hall.
The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Jackson. He'll buy some time right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
This is Hall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The safety Ed Reed there to make the play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson as the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Manning gonna throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And this offense gonna elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One final try now for Manning. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Manning to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Johnson, 57 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he returns this to the 22.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Second and 9. On second down, a run with Hall.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here now a third down and 8.
To throw is Jackson. That is caught by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second and 7.
Johnson's got it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. One of the best safeties ever, Ed Reed, in there to make the stop behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Manning. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Manning now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the...